The news and someone said Trump is God's response to Christians' prayers. Let's all let that sink in for a second. Wow. So one of the things is that we at least say we try to avoid being overtly political on the Atheist Experience, but it has gotten very hard not to be political as an atheist lately, am I right? Yeah. And one of the problems actually comes back to the main thing that I was talking about at the beginning, which is people believing that they are experts on things that they actually know nothing about. I believe I heard some public figure say once, I know more about war than the generals, believe me.
And this healthcare thing, got it, right? Got it.
Yeah, who knew it would be hard?
Nailed it.
And I know, like, statistically, there are probably at least a few Trump fans in the audience, like maybe one or two right now.
Go ahead, stand up.
Identify yourself. No, but I mean, the thing is that we've, on the Atheist Experience, spent so many years arguing that a reality-based point of view is important and you can't just make up your own facts and you need to understand the limits of your knowledge and you should look to people who know what they're talking about if you want to get a real understanding of the mainstream view of a subject. It's a little frustrating to have someone show up who just lies without shame all the time directly to the camera and doesn't seem to experience any consequences for it. Boy, am I getting political. But that is an issue we care about. And at the same time, it feels weird that evangelicals have embraced this guy seemingly more than anyone else who has run for anything in years and years and years. When he was running, I even remember some prominent voices in the atheist community saying, well, the silver lining is maybe he's an atheist because he doesn't really talk about God. And to me, what Donald Trump believes deep down inside doesn't matter to me that much. Evangelicals really like him because he goes after them. He says and does things that they want him to say and do. And the fact that he has a bunch of marriages and a history of cheating and some gross comments in public doesn't seem to affect them as much, which I think says a lot about evangelicalism, mainly.
Right. Yeah, it's not just, it's not just, I mean, I've seen them before saying, well, these accusations are in the past. And I'm like, yeah, but he's lying about them right now. Right? I mean, it was so bizarre to me to see a person caught on tape bragging about sexual assault and then see women come forward and say, yes, I was one of the women that was sexually assaulted, and have him say, oh, these lying women. And then have evangelicals say, we believe him.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, he admitted to doing this.
There was a study I pulled up when Roy Moore was running, and he was accused of molesting a whole bunch of underage girls, that there was a small, like a minority, but a significant demographic who said, now that I've heard this, I want to vote for Roy Moore even more. That blows my mind.
Yeah, I can't
For real.
explain it. I can't explain. I mean,
it's that persecution fetish.
It kind of, yeah. It doesn't necessarily mean that they believe the accusations, but also there were some articles that came out that there's this whole evangelical subculture where it's normal and expected that very young girls will be groomed as wives for like 30 and 40-year-olds. I'm against that.